Hey guys, this is Unibs Fans here, and today I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the Goodyear 400 that happened yesterday at Darlington. So let's get started here. So, do apologize though, that this race review is coming out a day late. I was gonna try and film this last night, but I decided not to, and I decided just to film it this morning here. So I hope you guys understand that there. So let's get started here. So as we know, after Chastain and Larson got into an incident, Byron managed to come through and get his third victory of 2023, and he managed to win here at Donington. He managed to get redemption from last year, and by redemption and by that there, I meant like when Logano bumped Byron out of the way with only 2 laps to go at Darlington last year in the spring race. You can call this redemption for Byron. So yeah. So I mean, just yeah, I mean, Byron, he was running up there with the leaders, which were basically mostly Chastain, Truex, and Larson. But yeah, since all three had issues, I mean, he managed to come through here. And yeah, I mean, you can also see here Harvick also got second there. Like, he was not really running in the top 10 a lot today, but he managed to get second there because of all the incidents. So yeah. And not to mention, we even have Keselowski and Bubba Wallace also in the top 5. And even Chase Elliott too. So yeah, but yeah, but that there is your top 5 there though. So yeah, but I mean, just yeah, just talking more stuff about like more incidents here. Like we had a good handful of incidents yesterday. Though, like there were like 3 big wrecks, like especially wait, actually no, 2 big wrecks and like a few pileups. So yeah, there's still like there was a good one, a good handful here. Like starting off here, like Truex dominated stage 1. Like he led all but 2 laps in stage 1, I believe, and yeah, he also dominated stage 2 until Chastain took it. But however, though, at the end of stage 2, Truex was trying to slide up and like get past Chastain, but that ended up not working there because when Chastain then bounced off the wall and then hit Truex, like, my opinion, that was pretty much Truex's fault right there because, he dived it in there and just made a bad move there to try and get ahead of Chastain, like, because, that was just like the Xfinity race because when Larson was leading on the last lap, he didn't bounce off the wall and actually hit Nemechek, which caused Nemechek to lose the race. So yeah, basically that was. I can sort of say that was Truex right there, but yeah, just since he just bounced off the wall there and yeah, Truex. Chastain just bounced off the wall and then hit Truex there. But that doesn't mean Chastain is clear though, because we'll talk about him later because he made more headlines in the race again. We're gonna talk about him a little later though. And then after like that incident there at the end of stage 2, Chastain still won stage 2. So yeah, I would say the dominant cars were basically Truex and Chastain. So yeah, but both of them were really dominant. So yeah, but moving on though, and starting off with stage 2, not even like on the first restart for stage 3. Yeah, we actually had a big incident where I believe it was caused because of by Eric Jones losing a wheel, causing him to spin out and take a good handful of cars like Suarez, Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell. Trying to think of anyone else. I think Noah Gragson too, and even Ryan Newman, which for those who didn't know, Ryan Newman actually came back to run another race here, and he's also going to be running North Wilkesboro and 3 other races also. So really glad for that there. So yeah, and if you don't know what he was using, he was actually running for Rickwell Racing. So yeah, he was doing the 51 because we all know what happened to the original driver of the 51, which we're not going to mention on here. So yeah, but you guys may already know what happened. So yeah, and afterwards of this big wreck here, yeah, I mean we didn't have an incident with Stenhouse actually spitting out because he cut a tire down. I mean, you guys of course know I do not like Stenhouse, but he still got 13th, I believe. So yeah, and yeah, I mean just but yeah, he just cut a tire down in turn three there, and he spun out. So yeah, and then after we had a long green flag run, including green flag pit stops, but with around 18 to go, Newman then spun out and hit the wall. I don't know if he was out of the race after that because I didn't check there. So yeah, I mean, just that was a shame though. So yeah, and then after that, there, I mean, we also had another big wreck, which this one was when Truex just squeezed up into Logano, and then that just caused another big wreck, which that took Harvick, Reddick, um, Almirola, and some others. I mean, Truex was out, and I think Logano finished, but I can't remember. So yeah, but I mean, just that was really tough for Truex because he was so dominant in that race until there. I mean, basically after his spin outs, I mean, he couldn't recover pretty much because he was stuck in like 10th for most of the stage three. So yeah, so you mean yeah, I mean just so yeah, and also I kind of do apologize if I talk a little weirder. So yeah, I mean apologies for that, but yeah. And then moving on, this is where I need to talk here about Chastain here because on the second to last restart, Chastain was trying to get past Larson, but then he ended up pushing himself up the track and right into Larson, causing both of them to go out. Like, at first, I thought it was Larson there getting back at Chastain finally, but then I just found out he just squeezed up there because he was apparently I heard that Chastain was mad at Larson for pinching him into the wall. So yeah, I mean just but I just want to say this again here. I do like Chastain here, yes, here. But here's the thing. I just don't like sometimes of how he races because he's made a ton of rivals this year. Like, he's wrecked a handful of cars here. Like, Brennan Poole, Kyle Larson, and even got into an incident with Noah Gragson last week at Kansas, and that ended up getting him into a fight. And especially, not to mention last year, with all the times he's wrecked cars, especially Denny Hamlin. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, this not to mention he even wrecked Hamlin back at the Clash earlier this year. So yeah, I mean, just I'm just gonna say this here. I like Chastain because he is talented, but sometimes he can just make some stupid mistakes here, which just ends up getting him into trouble here. So yeah, I mean, I have a feeling if he keeps us up here, then NASCAR is gonna have to step in here to do something because if he keeps us up there, then he's not going to be making any more friends on the track, and he could end up getting either a fine, points penalty, or even suspended. Like, we know what happened to Bo Wallace when he wrecked Kyle Larson badly. So yeah, but that's just what I have to say there though about that there. And then just afterwards of that incident there, we ran to the end of the race by overtime, and Byron managed to win the race. So yeah, but overall though, I mean, pretty good race I would say. I mean, here with all this here, so yeah, I mean, just I would all say this was good here for this race. So yeah, but I mean that's there what I have to say though about this race here. So yeah, and just for videos coming this week, I actually have two more videos coming out today, including a stream. Which these two videos are actually more train videos, which is actually Amtrak 22 from yesterday with 3 private cars, and also Canadian National Train I caught this morning with 2 CN leaders. So yeah, which that will make it to 400 rail fanning videos on my channel. So yeah, so stay tuned for that there. That will be coming out later today. So yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.